That school sign that I saw, schoolroom sign that I saw in the New York Times, the world is better because you are in it. I don't know what grade it was. I assume something like fifth grade. What a stupid message. Plus, it's not true. What has any fifth grader done to have made the world better because he or she is in it?
So that is Dennis Prager, a guy who is infuriated by a picture that he saw hanging on a wall in a school. And it sort of makes sense that he'd be sensitive about what goes on in schools since he is the leader of PragerU, a literal fake school. But anyway, while it's pathetic and it makes him look absolutely terrible, people online had a lot of fun with his embarrassing comments. SDL tweeted the average fifth grader adds more to the world in a day than Dennis Prager in a lifetime. And I don't think it takes a full day, by the way. I think by the time they break for lunch, the fifth graders passed him. Anyway, Mrs. Betty Bowers says the "we must protect our children" folks seem eager to insult them. And that is definitely the case. Now, we can speculate about why exactly he is so sensitive about messages of positivity and hope and encouragement for kids. But he has actually given us a little bit of a clue as to why he might not like that stuff. Take a look at this.
It's the opposite of the way many of us were raised. If my father had said to me, you know, Dennis, the world is better because you are in it, I would have believed that even though he was never drunk, that he was actually drunk.
That gives you a little bit of a window into his family life. And, I'm not a part of his family. I can't judge, but I can have thoughts, and I'm having them right now. What do you both think?
Yeah, I think that's called telling on yourself. And my number one takeaway from that video was be kind to your children. Otherwise, they might turn out to be conservative. Like that, there's a reason why people turn out the way that they do, right? And so apparently his dad was, very mean to him. So he grew up being a very mean person because that's what he learned. Like his dad told him that he wasn't worth anything. So that's what he puts out into the world. So, I mean, now to his original point, what has a fifth grader ever done that's contributed to the world? I don't know, made his parents happier, made his grandparents happier, made his friends happier. And you don't have to solve, the theory of relativity by the time you're in fifth grade. People generally like kids. They think that they bring sunshine and happiness into their lives. But for Prager, that's an unthinkable thought. Like, you have no value. The world's not better because you're in it. Are you insane? Like, have you ever had kids or grades? I have a daughter who's in third grade, fourth grade, I should say. She's watching. She's like, Mama. Anyway, and I have a son who's in seventh grade. What have they done to make the world better? They exist. I love them. I think they're amazing. They made the world so much better for me, my family, everybody that knows them.
I'm not buying it yet, Cenk. You're talking about like feelings and stuff, and your worth in the world doesn't care about your feelings. What have they produced? What products and services have they made?
No, but John makes a good point, Nina. Like, I think that from the right-wing mind, he's like, have they turned a profit yet? If they have not turned a profit, then no, you've done nothing in the world.
The man got a lot of fifth grader envy. I mean, that's what I picked up. He wants to be a fifth grader. He hating on the fifth graders because he's not a fifth grader. But seriously, as a parent, you speak life into your children. That is what you are supposed to do so that they do grow up to be well-rounded and that they love themselves and people around them. The man it's just a stupid comment. Bottom line, just a stupid comment.
And it's apparently something that bothered him so much that in a totally separate clip, he also talked about this sign and then turned a bit more to his family life. Let's watch that.
If you would have said to my parents, I think you should tell Dennis that the world is better because he is in it, I think my mother would have probably just left the room and done what she wanted to do, call up a friend or something. My father would probably have said, what? I'm not sure he would have understood. It's not like his English was defective. His English was perfect.
What a sad old broken man. What just a sad creature. And the fact that anyone would watch it is mind-blowing to me. Not only because nothing about that is compelling, even what I mean, honestly, the fact that he's embarrassing himself, that's kind of funny. This is honestly the best content he's ever produced, but he's awful on camera in the best of times, and these are not the best of times for him. He's effectively falling apart. Like as they sort of say, like guys like this will literally make a fake university and a YouTube channel rather than go to therapy. Just talk to someone honestly. Like there should be no stigma around mental health issues. He clearly needs some help, or at least a friend or something. But that it bothers him this much. And you saw his little rundown. It's this sign, then it's the self-esteem movement. Are you heaping praise on your kid? This is not heaping praise. This isn't implying they're little kings and queens. This is saying, I prefer the world with you in it to it not having you. That's it. That is a minimal level of praise. Does he like critique when someone says that they love someone? Yeah, well, that's just a feeling. It doesn't literally mean anything. That's maybe hormones at best. This guy exists to suck all of the joy and love and warmth out of the world.
Yeah, no. John made a great point there. Why did the sign bother him so much? I mean, it stayed with him. I mean, he did several days of commentary, apparently. Those are two different shots, right? About this sign. It's stuck in his head. It wouldn't, like, if I saw a sign in a school that said, oh, the world's better because you're in it, I would think, well, that's a benign statement. God bless, we move on. Like, I wouldn't look twice at it, right? But for him, that really, like, instinctually bothered him, viscerally bothered him, right? And it's super obvious. You don't need to be a psychologist or a therapist to figure it out. He didn't get any love in his, and he's telling you, he didn't get any love growing up. And he thinks that getting love is coddling someone. That's not true at all. My dad loved me, and then he told me to go mow the goddamn lawn, right? And then he had me do construction, right? Since I was 12. Keep it real, okay? So you could be a hard-charging immigrant parent and expect the world of your kids and still love them to death, love them to pieces, okay? My mom and dad loved me, and I had no question about that. And when I see a sign that says, hey, kids bring value to the world, I don't go, I hate that. No, they don't. There's something psychologically wrong with you if you think that way.
Yeah, he's definitely triggered. You're right. I mean, I said it was a stupid comment, but you and John laid it. He might have something going on there, but he definitely has fifth grader envy. And that alone he needs to be checked out just for that alone. Misery loves company, as the saying goes. And he has shown himself to be miserable, and he's picking on fifth graders.
By the way, I'm going to close by saying, when I get done with the show, I might tweet at him, the world is better because my dog Hilo is in it, which is both a factual statement and will also probably ruin his night. I encourage you to tweet at Dennis Prager, the world is better because my Nana is in it. The world is better because Bernie Sanders is in it. The world is better because my sister is in it. Whoever it is that makes the world a little bit more tolerable for you, embrace that love while ruining his day.
But John, again, brilliant idea. But he might even join in. Because remember, PragerU is financed by right-wing billionaires. They give him $20 to $25 million for free every year, not an investment, just free. Go do propaganda for us. But then he sucks at it so much that he takes most of the money and uses it to buy views so he can trick those billionaires into giving him more money to do this. So he might say, petrochemical billionaires. Better for having you in it, okay? Or at least I'm better for having you in it. And he could also star in his new show, Are You Happier Than a Fifth Grader?
That's good. Also, I considered possibly tweeting at him, a throwback to what Nina and I talked about yesterday. The world is better because there are now black mermaids in it, but I'm worried that might literally kill him. So I'm not going to do that.
Oh, my dad would have hated that statement as much as he hated me.
John, please do it. Please.
Okay, I'm going to tweet it. No, anyway.
Okay. This is our mission to break Dennis Prager.
I think the sign broke him. I don't think he'll ever recover, actually. Anyway.
That's right. That fifth grader envy is tough. It's real. It's potent.